everybody. I am here to solve now the exercise for fourth lesson, that is energy. Okay, in that you have got now so many segments. A segment shows you short answer type questions. First question is, identify the energy possessed by a rolling stone. First question is energy possessed by rolling stone. Suppose it is any object moving, rolling stone or moving vehicle or moving any animal, will give you obviously yes, kinetic energy, right? Secondly, they ask you, second question, identify the kind of energy possessed by a running athlete. Here also, the same answer will be there. You don't write the symbol like this, you have to mention proper questions and answers. Okay, third one question, at what speed, this is very important, at what speed a body of mass 1 kg will have a kinetic energy of 1 joule. So they ask you for speed. As you know children, the formula for any kinetic energy, that will be K is equal to half mv square. Before solving that, we need to write down all the given information first. So given information is, first of all they said kinetic energy. Third, while solving, you have to mention given. Kinetic energy should have 1 joule. So that is information given. Next thing they said, mass. Mass is even 1 kg. Same. They ask you then how it will be speed if you want this much conditions. So we know children from the same formula, K is equal to half mv square. Now what they ask? They ask this quantity. We know about this quantity and this quantity, right? They ask about this. So directly we will write V using same formula. V will come this side. We will change the side of V. This is expected thing for us. So what will become same formula after V will come on this place? So that will become, yes, in the square root 2k by m, right? 2k by m. Why it is so? This half, it will also change its place. So V will come on this side. After that, the remaining all things we will put over here. So half, it will become 2, it will come upstairs, right? Then K will go here, M is here. Now what the answer will be, because we know the given thing, we will just insert that what it is. The given 2K means what here? Yes, 2 into kinetic energy should be 1 joule. So 1. What is mass is given? It is 1. So by this way, what you will get? You will get 2 into 1, 2 by 1. Nothing but square root of 2. Square root of 2. So in that case, you will get answer. If you want to write in this up to this only, you can write up to this also. If you want to solve this, yes, you can even solve further. That will be 1.4 meter per second square. 1.4 meter per second. Sorry, meter per second. This is velocity. So meter per second. So this will be your answer. Okay, that's why I am just solving this exercise to make you realize if the given formula it will constant, but as per the expected thing out of this thing you should be able to utilize over here and convert the given formula, and then the answer will be like in this way. Now the fourth one question they ask, a car and a truck. A car and a truck are moving with the same velocity 60 kilometer per hour. Which one has more kinetic energy? There. This is very, even orally you can give answer. Fourth one, right? What will be the answer? Car or truck? Can you compare the masses of both? Yes, obviously truck will be having much more mass than that of car. So here you should be keeping in mind one thing, that always kinetic energy proportional, directly proportional to the mass. If mass is more, obviously your kinetic energy also will be more. So answer will be truck. Okay, which one thing will be having more kinetic energy? The truck, because it is giving you more mass than to the car, right? So you know the formula. In that even you can mention because because Ke is equal to half mv square, where Ke and m have proportion. Because of that, truck will be having more kinetic energy. Okay. Fifth one question, children. A body is thrown vertically upwards. Its velocity goes on decreasing. Write the change in kinetic energy when its velocity becomes zero. First of all, what do you understand? Vertically thrown upward means what? Suppose we will consider one ball. Okay, when we are throwing it up, it will reach up to this level. Okay, this is the ball. Right? They ask you at the point where kinetic energy becomes zero over here, then what will be its energy possessed in the ball? Or they ask you the velocity becomes zero, what the change in kinetic energy? So change in Ke will be what it will be? You also know at certain height it will transfer in now PE. This total KE will get converted into PE, right? So what will be the formula to find out the PE, potential energy? That will be mgh. Is it true? So your kinetic energy obviously it will change now to mgh. All right. Now sixth one question, children. Sixth one they ask you state the energy convergence in dry cell. The normal dry cell, you also know, if you will try to open it, you can do this activity at home. The we can say not used one, we can say the overuse, if the cell is not up to use now, that thrown one cell you can get it done that. Make it parts, means use any sharp object, be very careful about it and just look inside the dry cell. What you can see, you can see the blackish kind of material inside, which is nothing but the chemicals, the chemicals. So basically in your dry cell, chemical energy which is getting transferred into your upcoming whatever sources of energy. So your answer should be chemical energy into electrical energy. Electrical energy, because charges will flow. Wherever flow of charges called as electrical energy. Right? So this is the answer for sixth one. Now children, seventh one answer, I mean to say question we will read first of all. Which would have greater effect of the kinetic energy of an object? Doubling the mass or doubling the velocity. They ask you, we know kinetic energy have direct proportion to mass also and V also. So they are asking you by which quantity, by doubling which quantity you will get more kinetic energy, which is very interesting to solve. Children, if the mass will get double, we will find the kinetic energy first case, and then we will find out for velocity if it is doubled, what will be our kinetic energy. So while writing seventh one, first point, if mass doubles, kinetic energy will be half into m is double, means 2m we will write, 2m into as it is v square. As per the formula we have just inserted, what answer you will get, children? Out of that 2 and 2 will get cancelled and remaining thing will be mv square, right? So it will be only mv square will be remaining. Now we will check what will happen if velocity doubles. Velocity doubles, then kinetic energy will be same formula, half into m as it is, because it is not doubled in this case. What is doubled? Velocity. So it will be 2v square, isn't it? So in this case what answer you will get here? Yes, you will get 2mv square. 2 2s are here 4, listen, 4v square, so 2 1s are 2, 2 2 is 4, you will get m 2v square, or we can even write 2mv square. Okay, so these two, yes, here 2mv square, these two we have written on this side. So 2mv square. Alright, these two we have written this side. So your total energy, kinetic energy is much more over here. We will compare these two terms, what answers we got. Then what you got? What the answer should be? Yes. So velocity have greater effect. In one word you can write. So velocity have greater effect. This is the statement. Even you can keep in mind for your numericals, so many more, right? So these all about up to 7 I have solved. Now children, eighth one question, it asks, when a ball is thrown vertically upward like this, its velocity goes on decreasing. Obviously at that particular height it will become decreased on. Okay, what happens to its potential energy as its velocity becomes zero? Okay, the ball is thrown vertically upward, right? Your velocity basically is getting decreased one. So what will happen? Wherever velocity is decreased and the ball has reached up to certain level, at that level what will be increased one? Yes, your potential energy will be increasing, and it will become equal to the kinetic energy with which it is thrown. Is the ultimate truth and very interesting also. Okay, I will just write on this side the eighth one answer. Basically I am expecting you to write all the answer your own, but some of them really very critical that we will make some confusion, so I am writing all answers. Eighth one, what will happen children, as you are throwing ball upward, velocity will be decreased one. That time what will be increasing? Its potential energy. Its potential energy increases, and this potential energy will be nearly equal and becomes equal to the kinetic energy with which it is thrown. That the fact even we all know. Any object which is thrown vertically upward, at this point we are exerting our kinetic energy, right? From that, at certain height, the kinetic energy will become zero because their velocity will become zero at certain level at that particular point, and that point will give some height, right? So it will be having potential energy. Again this potential energy will get converting while it will come down, right? That time again it will come potential energy less and less, kinetic energy again will get increase one. Just before hitting the ground, the maximum kinetic energy will be for the ball. I have explained you these all terms in the previous session. I hope you have learned those all things better, right? So the question is ninth one, a horse of mass 210 kgs and a dog of mass 25 kgs are running at the same speed. Which of two possess more kinetic energy and why? Even you are able to give answer, right? Both the animals, horse and dog, they both are having same speed. But still what is difference? Difference in the masses. If we say kinetic energy is directly proportional to the mass, then more mass will contain more kinetic energy, right? So as per that, the horse may have more kinetic energy. I think this is very easier one because even to understand, because the proportion says everything, okay, about kinetic energy, about mass and velocity. Next question, 10th one, they ask you the velocity of a body moving in a straight line is increased by applying a constant force F for some distance in the direction of the motion. Prove that the increase in the kinetic energy of the body is equal to the work done by the force on the body. So in this case, children, you need to understand first of all about the work done. What is work done? Work done is nothing but product of force applied and displacement happened. In this case, if suppose your body is moving, in that case movement will be happening, right? So this force will become ma, mass of the object, and the acceleration which is happening over that object. So ma, this F can be replaced by ma content and multiplied with s, displacement. Okay, so in that case, how you are telling now? In the scene, in the example, they ask you if there is a change in acceleration. They said you if the change in kinetic energy means what? It is nothing but acceleration. If it is changing, then you can say what will happen? You know, the A will be always equal to what is initial and final velocity, or we can say final and initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity in particular time. This is the formula for acceleration, right? Sorry, it is time. Instead of that we will write 2s. 2s means see v initial velocity in particular time, that is 1. Initial velocity and final both will be containing its own time, so I have written 2s. Okay, so this is formula for your acceleration. In that case what will happen? Your w, this your w will become what? You have to just insert this value. It will become, yes, m, this m here, remaining all content or numbers will be into the bracket. That will be v square, a value v square minus u square, right, divided by 2s, only replacement, this value over here, bracket complete, and s. Understood? We have not done anything special or different. As per using formula, we are just converting using the values for our answers. We want to get whether it will be changing kinetic energy or not. After this, what you will get, children? Yes, after this, you can say the same statement as half m as it is outside into bracket, it will be v square minus u square, remaining things, v square minus u square, right? Bracket complete. What you can say from this statement? It will be half m, difference between both of them. If I want to write specifically what I need to write, that will be half mv square minus half mu square. That will be equal to half mv square, half mv square minus half mu square. What does it mean, children? What does it mean? It means there is change in kinetic energy. The statement was giving us clear idea about changing in the kinetic energy. So your answer should be yes, there is change in kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy. Understand this concept? They ask you if there is a change in kinetic energy. If you have increased the kinetic energy, where is increase is movement, increase in movement, we can say it is acceleration, right? So because of that, what we did, if we want to check out with work done, we got the formula basic. Afterwards, we have just converted F into MA. This is the another formula for finding out the F, force. Then what we did, this A means what? Specifically formula we have written. This formula we have inserted into the basic formula, right? And we got this kind of answer which is giving us change in kinetic energy. Means what? When you are changing the velocity, basically you are getting change in kinetic energy also. That has been proved from this equation. It is the proof. Okay, you can say it is the proof. Now children, after this, one more question, the 11th one question. They ask you, What is meant by potential energy? Is potential a vector or scalar quantity? This answer you also can write, right? What is the potential energy? Potential energy is nothing but energy possesses in an object due to its position, right? Due to its position. What kind of energy it is? What kind of means what type of quantity it is? Yes, so you have to mention, see, define PE, that will be your work. Right now I have said, and quantity, which is quantity? It is scalar quantity. Don't forget that. It is scalar quantity because it doesn't contain any kind of direction. It is just having its own position, which is the magnitude, we can say. Magnitude means what? The size of the force. Only that much they will be having. Now B, in that only B they ask, give one example of a body having potential energy. Only one example you need to give there. You can give any like when we stretch a rubber band, you can say. When we stretch the meter scale, rule scale, you can give that example. So we are basically transfer to energy to it by doing work in changing its shape. Basically, we are transferring the energy in the stretched one object. If you are taking example for example, suppose a rubber band. Okay, you should explain it very well. Explain here that if we are changing position of rubber band, actually we are transferring energy into the rubber band in term of potential energy, right? So the energy transferred to it is stored as potential energy if it is not used to cause a change in velocity or speed of rubber band, right? The energy transferred to band, it is potential energy. That much line you need to understand. If you are writing rubber band only. If you are writing the stretched rule scale, you can mention. But statement should be there. The stretched one rule scale will be having the potential energy which we are transferring to it as its potential or position by changing its position. That can be there as potential energy. You have to write the statement properly. Here even you can mention any other example like stretching or changing position of the bark of we can say the branch of tree for taking or plucking flowers or for plucking fruits, right? So there because of change in position you have transferred potential energy into it, that you have to mention, right? Next one question, define the term potential energy, right? It's SI unit of potential energy. Again definition will come, and whichever form of the energy the unit remains same, SI unit remains same, that is yes, what? Joule or joule. Okay, so 13th one question it is, a light and a heavy object have the same momentum. Find out the ratio of kinetic energies. Which one has a larger kinetic energy? Children, before also I said you, if your momentum is object is changing the momentum, in that case, what will happen? Yes, your total kinetic energy also will get converted, changed. More the mass, in that case, lesser will be kinetic energy in term of momentum. Okay, how it is? Let me explain that point. 13th one. While solving that, we should be knowing the proper formula of kinetic energy. That will remain everywhere same. Half mv square. They said if there is a change in momentum, in that case, how the way we should write the same concept? We should be writing it by making one very basic change in that. That will be half your m, the mass, okay, mv square. It will come over here mv square, right? Mv square. That will be changed momentum they are showing. So whatever the momentum change here, it will be. Right? Then after making this sum, what you will get? It will be half into momentum by its mass. momentum by its mass. So from that statement, what you can say, your mass became half. Okay, if momentum is there in that case. So this statement will be directly giving you thing that more the mass, lesser will be kinetic energy, right? In this case, children don't get confused in that. If momentum is there, momentum they have asked you, what they said you, if the same momentum is there, both things are same. Momentum means what? Basically it is the change in your velocity, we can say, right? If the thing is that they ask you to find out 13th one, right? They ask you to find out the ratio of their kinetic energies, which is in that case. So which one has larger kinetic energy? We have got now, the more the mass, lesser the kinetic energy. If the less mass, in that case more will be the kinetic energy. If momentum case, in that case only. Now that's why children, this is the reason why the bullet, the small, the bullet, like that small, we can say, what we can say, the in the bullet, that bullet will be having very less mass, very light it will be, but momentum wise it will be moving much more with great velocity, and we can say that will be having great velocity, kinetic energy. It will move and just penetrate into the object. So because of that, light the mass, if the moving object is there, light the mass, it can do lots of work by this way. Now children, next one, the 14th one question, they ask you, can any object have momentum even if its mechanical energy is zero? Explain why. One line answer only it will be, children. Can any object have momentum? Yes. Yes, it can have moment. See, it can be having mechanical energy 0. Why? If the kinetic energy and potential energy are equal in magnitude, kinetic energy and potential energy both are in equal magnitude, equal size we can say. In that case, yes, it can happen, right? So object have momentum even if it is mechanical energy is 0, total energy is 0, right? So this is the answer. How you will write? You have to write 14th one answer in this thing. Yes, answer is yes. And what you will explain it? If Ke and Te are same in magnitude. Okay, this is the answer for 14th one. If you don't understand, read out the question once more time. That you will get the correct answer again, this only. Okay, this is the 14th one. And last one, 15th one, children. Define potential energy. Again, one more time, you need to explain definition. Then they ask, write an expression for potential energy of the object of mass m raised through a height h. So in that case, what will be? You know the definition, you have to write yourself. Now they ask you, write the expression for potential energy. Then what you will write? You will write, if the body is having mass m, you can write in this way only. If body of mass m, we will write just whatever given information we will write in same way. Okay, the next one they said, height h, movement we can say height, because the object will be get semi height, right? It is thrown upward, vertically upward. Okay, if it is thrown vertically upwards, right? So in this case, what will happen? To do work, what will be? To do work, any kind of work, actually we are behaving against the gravitational pull. If we are throwing vertically upward any object, in that case, what will happen? To do so work will be against the gravitational force of attraction. So, which will be equal to change in the potential energy. So we can write directly W, we know formula F into S. If it is true, we can just have our own formula for Fmg, because gravitational pull will be exerting on your body if you are throwing vertically upward any object, mass of the object, and the S will be, yes, it is height. So after all these things, expression will be, yes, in this way, right? So you have expressed this thing. Now the 16th one is law of conservation of energy, that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can just change from one form of energy to another. That is the answer for 16th one. I hope you can write these all answers, particularly these all things like expressions, and enjoy your these all exercises. Okay, complete it in your classwork.